Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show. We're here with a very, very special guest. She is a media personality. She's got a show on Love Bay Radio, and she also published her book, Going the Distance, No Parts Left Behind. Please put your hands together for Fadhwa Yusuf. Awesome. Fadhwa, congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
I love it. I'm so happy that I got a signed copy, and I'm learning a lot about who you are, and also the epic quest to find wholeness and healing, purpose and abundance in your life. So I love the way that you organized it and expressed yourself so beautifully in the book. So tell us a little bit about your story leading up to releasing this book.
Oh, wow. I think so. A few years ago, I was in the process of writing a book. Going the distance was not part of it. It was right up until 2 years ago, Christmas holiday.
Okay.
And that's where the title came and the subtitle came about. And it was just working with clients through coaching that I started picking up the pieces, some of the pieces that I was missing, that I'd gone through the training myself. And then looking at my own transformational life and how I experienced the transformation, and then looking at my kids, my daughter especially, I'm thinking, and then my clients, and I'm thinking, okay, this has to get out. This is the one that needs to get out. Yeah.
You're originally from?
No, so I grew up in Kenya.
Kenya, okay.
Yes, I am from Somaliland, north side of, so you have South Somalia and then North Somaliland. But I did grow up in England and Kenya as well.
Kenya. Okay. Yeah. So you're international.
I am international. Yes.
Awesome. So what's it like, the difference between, let's say, the UK and Canada?
You know what? I've been here almost 28 years, I would say. I landed at Pearson Airport, December, Christmas Day, 1996.
Wow.
Yes, it's been a long time. And I still go to visit UK because that's where my family is. My parents are, my siblings, all my nieces and nephews. So I tend to go there. But let me tell you, Africa calls out to me. I was there this summer, and I went on a crazy tour. Everybody thought I lost it. So I took my kids. I'm a single parent. I took my kids, left them in England, and I went to Kenya. So I was in Nairobi, Mombasa. Then I went to Zanzibar on a personal tour, just myself, solo trip on my own. First time, never done it before.
Never had a solo trip.
Never had a solo trip. Went to Zanzibar, and then I went to Tanzania. So I went to Arusha, Moshi, and then back to Nairobi, back to London, England.
What did you learn about yourself with all this traveling?
That nothing is impossible. That the fears that we hold are not real. Not real at all.
There's
I surprised myself, Nikki. I really surprised myself. The things that I was able to do. I met the mayor of Zanzibar. I met amazing, amazing people. I went on a tour, coffee tour, like watch it on video on my YouTube channel. All that stuff is there. But what I discovered is that I think we put boundaries on ourselves. And until we push ourselves to challenge ourselves, I think that's when we see the possibilities that are endless for us.
Yes. Yeah. Living without limitations.
There you go. And when I left, I think I shared this with you. I had just been laid off from my job 3 days before I went on holidays. And I'm thinking, I got time now. I am free. And I just didn't think about, what am I going to do next? Because I worked on my fears. Because the greatest fear is the unknown. And I had worked on that. And I knew that God had a bigger plan for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then this was birthed when?
During that time, even while I was gone, I was still working on this book. And then October the 4th, it came out to this world.
I love it.
Yes.
I love how that happened.
Yes.
But what I love about the story is that you found out you were laid off, and then you booked tickets. Just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Some people would just retreat, within themselves and into a shell and go, oh, how am I going to get the next, this, that, and the other. I am being restricted. But you said, no, I am free. I love that.
I am. And I had booked everything. So I knew if I don't go, I'm still going to lose my ticket. Right? So I thought to myself, okay, one thing, I had a conversation. I said, I needed to get uncomfortable to follow my dreams. And I think they did the best gift for me. It was a gift for me because now I'm able to focus on this. Now I'm able to do things that really, truly fulfill me, and that is empowering and transforming lives.
I love that. So you've been chasing your joy.
Yes.
And what can we learn? What's one of the biggest lessons we can learn from reading this book?
You know, interesting enough, I came to a research where it talks about 92% of people have no sense of clarity or direction. 92%.
That's very true.
And I was there once upon a time. Only 8% have found success. They have found clarity. They have a great sense of direction. This book, that's what it will do. Any person who touches this book and read from beginning to end, they will walk away with clarity, with a great sense of direction and purpose and confidence in how they approach their life. And in between that, they'll find healing, they'll find purpose, they'll find abundance, and they'll find their own calling through this book.
This is amazing. And the book, does it give like kind of guidelines on how to organize your thoughts or different methods to get to the clarity?
Yeah, that's a really good
Or
question.
is it just to just say sit on the beach and unclutter?
You know what? There's gonna be a lot of unpacking. It's only 200 pages. No, that's it, 200 pages. But there's in every chapter there's a reflection page.
Okay.
I invite anybody reading not to rush through it. I invite them not to share the book with anybody else.
It's a personal book.
It's personal because there's going to be a lot of things that will be triggered upon you. And you will need to take time. There's going to be a lot of introspection. What I'm sharing here, it's things that will touch you to your inner core, literally, and completely dismantle any beliefs that we hold and the narratives that we hold of ourselves, the false narrative. Because I'm a perception disruptor. So we're going to disrupt all the beliefs that we hold of ourselves and rewrite the narrative, the false narrative that we hold of ourselves, and rewrite that story that we want for ourselves and the life that we want and we envision. So it's going to do that. And I share my own personal stories. Literally, I'm very vulnerable in this book. And I share my own personal journey, my ups and downs, and how I overcame them.
Incredible. You know, thank you for sharing that. I was talking to my hairstylist this morning, and she was saying that she's not a public speaker. You know, there's no way that she's going to go up on stage and, you know, do what I do. And I said, well, it's a process for anyone. You have to teach yourself. You have to unlearn things like you're, you know, alluding to in your book. But I said I was faced with my fears of singing publicly. I would say maybe about 3 years ago, where I would, you know, be singing down in the shower, and my family members say, "Just stop singing! Like, bring it down, Mom," because that's where I felt alive and vibrant to sing. But when it came to singing in front of people, I told myself that I would not remember the lyrics and that people would laugh at me. But you know, 3 years ago, I just made a decision to release a song on Spotify, and then the doors opened. I didn't even know you could sing, Nikki. I didn't know. You know, you went from this to becoming a singer. When did that happen? And now singing with choirs and traveling to different cities to sing. So thank you for the reminder that, yeah, once you overcome certain fears, the world is waiting for your gifts.
Absolutely, absolutely, and congratulations for you to doing that.
Thank you.
You just, I mean, it's we all have a voice and we all have a gift, right? And you follow through it. And society will condition us,
Yes,
right? Will limit us, and there's going to be people who will try to dim our light as much as possible. But the biggest challenge is within ourselves, right? When we challenge our own perception and the narratives we hold of ourselves. And congratulations on your 16th birthday.
Thank you.
Amazing. I can't wait to see the next 16 years, what it's going to look like.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I started the show after 10 years of teaching at college, and I think I shared the story with you. I got a divine whisper one day between marking papers saying, this isn't what you're supposed to do for the next 10 years. And I wanted the whisper to go away because I was in a safe position financially, with that job and happily teaching, managing a household of, 3 children. And I said, Whisper, go away. And the Whisper said, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. And it came back louder and louder. And then I said, okay, I'm going to take that leap of faith and start something online. I'm going to start small and see what happens. So Monday to Friday, I was Miss Nikki Clarke. And then Saturday evening at 8 o'clock, that was the slot that was given to me. I was Nix on the Mix. Keep it locked, 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
then
amazing.
my world changed.
Yeah.
And I decided to leave teaching. Scary. No safety net.
Yes.
And started, and the beat goes on. But then 16 years later, I'm right here.
Yeah,
I'm talking to Fadhwa Yusuf.
And
awesome.
you just talked about, right? I mean, talking about that whisper, right? Fortunate enough, you had that whisper. My journey didn't start with that whisper, that kind of a whisper. My journey was asking myself, who am I?
Who are you? Yeah.
2017, I'm just lost. A single parent raising my 2 kids. And I shared my book, and I didn't know who Fadhwa was. Where did I lose me? When did I lose me? And self-rescue mission, sometimes we make that bold decision. I packed, sold everything, and I took my 2 kids, and I took a one-way ticket to Africa, back home. And everybody thought I had lost it. But how do you lose something that's already lost?
That's already lost. Yeah.
And it took me 18 months to come back, to just get a glimpse, to listen to that whisper that you just talked about. And when I came back, homeless, penniless, jobless, with 2 kids, and I'm thinking, what did I do? And how do I start my life again? And it came back to that whisper. Your life, how you want to change it, the information you know is not enough to get you to the next step.
Right.
You need new information. But it's going to cost you.
You have to unlearn.
You have to unlearn. And it's going to cost you. You have to invest. With what?
Yeah.
I'm jobless, penniless, homeless.
Where are the resources coming from?
And the narrative, right? The narrative comes back with what? You got nothing. I had thousands of reasons not to do it, but I had one reason, to invest in myself. And that was, my life will never be the way it was. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers to, where I'm heading. Forget about purpose in life.
Right.
But I know there's something bigger and better for me. And I just listened to that. I never looked back since then.
And look where you are now. Internationally best-selling author. And then so many things coming up. You have a launch coming up. Let's talk about that.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Please, and the audience, you're all welcome. You're all welcome to come to my book launch. It's happening this Saturday, October the 26th at the DoubleTree by Hilton. That's 30 Fairway Road. Yes, of course you have to be there. And yes, it's a celebration of just not my book, but it's bringing everybody together. I want this day to be a special day because it has been a long time coming. And I want to celebrate with people that I care about and love and have utmost respect with.
I love it. I can't wait to be there to celebrate with you and your family and your friends, and I hope you all can make it. It's going to be amazing. So again, what's the address? DoubleTree Hotel?
Yeah, DoubleTree by Hilton, Kitchener, 30 Fairway Road South. That's in Kitchener. You can also find my book on Amazon. Yes, so go to Amazon, get your copy today. And you know what? Get a few more for your family and friends.
Yeah. It's going to help you unlearn and relearn better things, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Absolutely.
And you're also on Instagram because that's where we message each other all the time.
Yes. I am on Instagram. It's Fadhwa_Yusuf. I'm on LinkedIn as well, so do follow me up. It's Fadhwa Yusuf or The Gems of Life. Because I tend to, like yourself, Pearls, I tend to share a gem or two.
Yes.
In my social media.
Well, thank you for dropping gems today. I appreciate you. It's always a pleasure having you. Come back anytime. Everyone, please. Fadhwa Yusuf. Follow her on social media. Get a copy of the book, Going the Distance. We'll be back.